Can we produce water? No. Can we make oxygen? No. Can we make nutrients? No. So what makes us think that we can make love for ourselves? What makes us think that we can just love ourselves if every single thing with us, in us, needs an external source? Welcome back, everyone. My name is Julia, and I'm so glad that you're watching this video because, guys, it was literally like the devil was attacking me, guys, and I was going through it, but God is a redeemer. God is good, and now I'm here recording this video. And if you are not familiar, please subscribe, because this channel is a channel about bringing freedom from sin and all the things that try to hold us back from living the life God fully intended us to live in. And so if that sounds like something you're interested in, please like and subscribe, and let's get into the video. So guys, the thing that inspired me to record this video is my own life. The reason I decided to talk about what is your source of love is because that's something I've been struggling with forever. And this all starts with this summer, actually. One of my closest friends, I hadn't seen her because I'd been away at school, and finally I came back home, and as we were trying to talk and connect, I felt myself getting very agitated with her, you know, because, oh, you're not talking to me as much, you're not there for me as much, and, you know, I'm here in person, and I'm just not getting the love and attention that I wanted. It was just never enough. And, you know, she would do whatever she could do, but also she just felt like she didn't have enough love or knew how to show love in the way I wanted it to be shown to me. And so this caused a lot of trouble. And I would constantly bring it up to her, constantly tell her, like, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And it was just never enough. And I just started to think to myself, like, why does this bother me so much? Why am I, like, desperately wanting her to give me love instead of being, like, content with God's love? And I didn't realize it at the time, but God started to show me little by little that I had been making her a source of love. It wasn't just her, but I had been looking in love in different ways and different people. And that's also one of the things that has caused me to struggle with romantic relationships, because I've seen it for the longest time as a way to get love, and if I don't have that, then I must not be lovable. And that's not true, obviously. Thank God, you know, I'm so glad that I never got into a relationship, and I learned that before. And so anyways, this soon led to me wondering, like, I wonder what my attachment style is. And this is just as God has already been revealing to me that this has been a struggle of mine. And I took an attachment style quiz with my youth group. We all did, and it all revealed to us something about ourselves. I think everyone was either shocked or like, oh yeah, I know this is what I was gonna get. And the attachment style I got was the anxious attachment style, meaning I'm insecure. This feels so weird to say. I don't think I'm insecure, but it says I'm insecure, very dependent on others for self-worth and self-esteem, and just like anxious, you know. And I'm like, whoa, you know what, that's so facts, that's so right. And it was quite revealing to me to see that one of the reasons I struggled with this source of love, source of life, issue is because I think parts of the way I was raised led me to have these tendencies. And so as the first thing that really helped me to start becoming more aware that this was a struggle, because the attachment style quiz was just more of a realization. The thing that started this whole eye-opening experience, besides my friend, you know, realizing I have an issue with that, is a video that I was sent by another friend by this ministry called the New Paradigm Ministries. I really recommend them. They're really good. They talk about health and also just relationships, mental health, and how it all interconnects. And she sent me that video, and the guy gave a really good example that opened my eyes. And the example he gave in this talk was one of a delivery person. Now, if a delivery person came to your door And they had this random package. They you open the door after they rung the bell, and they just started stomping on the package. How would you feel? Like, for me personally, I would feel confused. I'll just be like, okay. But then let's say that you had a gift that you had made or bought for your friend, and they get the gift you sent them, and they come to your door, ring the bell, you open it for them, and they stomp on it. How would you feel then? Well, for me personally, I would feel hurt. And the guy started talking about how the reason you feel hurt is because you have made your friend, your whatever close relative person, your source of love. But with the delivery guy, you haven't made him your source of love. So yeah, it just leaves you confused, but you're not hurt by it as much. And the point he was making is, when God said that he is love and to love others, he didn't say to muster it up from ourselves. Instead, what God wants us to do is to connect to him as a source of love. And then the love that he has and shows us will just be an overflow, and we will become channels to other people and show them the love that we have been given. And when we're simply channels, when we're there simply just to give what we have already been given, and people reject us, they're not necessarily rejecting your love, but rather they're rejecting God. And that's really sad too, but also God is like the source of love. He is able to handle it. I don't know how else to say it, but he's God, and it's sad that people reject him, but he loves them a lot to allow them the space to reject him. And so we become channels. And when we think about everything we need in life, such as water, we need water. We need to drink water, but we cannot produce water by ourselves. We have to get it from an outside source and simply drink it. And when we drink it, we're going to show the fruits that we drink water. We're going to have maybe better skin and hydration and whatnot. And the same thing for oxygen. We cannot produce oxygen by ourselves. We need to breathe oxygen from the right environments, first of all. And just breathe, which we cannot produce, but we get it from another source. And same thing for nutrients. If we want nutrients, we got to eat the right food so we can be well nourished. And that, once again, is something that comes from an outside source. And so that's the same thing with love. We need love, because without it, what is life? And love doesn't just mean married, but love doesn't mean just marriage or having a spouse, but it's so much bigger than that. God is love. God isn't necessarily married, but he is love. And it's the same thing for us. We need love because we are also not just body but spirit. We have thoughts, we have feelings, we have desires, because we were created in the image of God. And so in order to live to the fullest extent of that image, we must connect to the source of love. And it's not just like going to God and just expecting him to give you the love. Just like for everything else, that to get water, you need to have an action. To eat nutrients, you need to take the action of eating the nutrients. To breathe, you need to breathe. You can't just expect oxygen to just, let's try. I could have gone longer, to be honest, but I need oxygen and I need to breathe to get that oxygen. And it's the same thing for God's love. We need to go to the buffet of his love. Honestly, if you want to learn more about this, I'm going to recommend you a book from the same ministry that I've been reading, and it's called The Law of Life. Many people I know who have been reading it are like older, because it also talks about diseases and stuff, but they talk about everything, and I highly recommend it. Law of Life by Mark Sandoval. But yeah, it talks way deeper about this, but it's exactly like we need love because we are not just physical beings. And some verses that really helped me is John 14:6, which Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. You can't get love from another human being because they need love themselves too. Y'all are both looking for love, and y'all can't produce it by yourself. You can't, just like the same way you can't get water out of a human being. They can't just, unless they go and get a water bottle, but still, that's something else outside of them. And Another verse I love is 1 John 4:8, which says, "He who does not love does not know God, because God is love." So if you find a person, who's hard-headed, difficult, and like hard to love, that's probably because they don't have love, and they're just acting out because they're deficient in that. And you gotta just love them, not because they earned it, not because they deserve it, but because you are full of God's love for yourself, and that it goes on to other people as well. And that's something I'm still working on myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, to love myself as I love others. Because I always thought loving yourself was a bad thing, because you know how the world turned it into something that you do by yourself and you totally forget about others and God, and you put them last. No. But it's also not anti-Christian to love yourself. God didn't make you to hate yourself. Only two extremes. Another verse is Psalms 36 verse 9, which says, "For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light." Same thing. We are not just body but spirit, and we have to go to God so we can experience the fountain of life. Just like Jesus said to the Samaritan woman. What did he say? "I have water of which like you will not run out of and never thirst again." And he wasn't talking about physical water. He was talking about, obviously, spiritual water, spiritualness of humans and of God. And so, yeah, what are you making the source? What are you making your source of life and love? Is it people or is it God? And this also connects to your physical as well. Are you consuming the right things? Because physical and spiritual, they really work together. If you're overeating, it's probably something going on deeper in your heart, in your mind, that's causing you to do that. It's never simply just, oh, because I want to. There's something, a lie you believe, Or are you under-eating? Same thing. Why are you under-eating? Why do you think there's lack? Or unless you are going through a lack of food. And so, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was much shorter than I thought, but, it got to the point. So, praise be to God. I hope you enjoyed this and you were blessed. Please like and share, and tell me how this video helped you, or what you learned from it, or how I can make this channel better for you. And so bye freedom finders. I'll see you in the next video.